Welcome back to another episode of Helizek Art with Sean. That's me. And that's my lovely assistant Lynn. So yes, we're filming in Alaska still. Alrighty, let's get you down here. So this is another 8x8. I am taped and pinned. And I am level. So let's flood this baby. Right. Alrighty, so I actually want to start with the edges first. It just makes it a little bit easier. A little messier, but easier. Alrighty, so let's and I'm so excited that I'm working with Floetrol again. Don't get me wrong, the glue will work in a pinch, but it was really finicky. So I like my Floetrol. And for a base coat, in my flood coat, I'm just using the it's the Deco Art Americana, which is more of a craft glue. Anyway, but with my Floetrol. And, you know, again, like my paint recipe, those measurements, it's still 2 parts Floetrol to 1 part, there it is, paint. And then water equal to 3/4 of the amount of paint. And that's by weight. Always by weight when you're mixing paints. When you're doing resin, it's by volume. When you're doing paints, it is by weight. Because that compensates for the different densities of your paint. Which is really kind of cool. I feel like this looks a little thicker than what I put around the other edges, so I hope it's enough to cover the whole canvas. We're just going to pour it all on there and see what happens. It should be. Okay. And as I've mentioned before, I did learn that by tilting it out instead of trying to spread it out, you get a more even flood coat, which makes all of the rest of your paints with your blowout all work better because it's more even, so that gives you better control over the petals, as it were. Okay, over the edges. Yay! All right, touch this up just a touch. Yes, please. All right, my lovely assistant is going to go grab my torch because I forgot to carry it in here. That's what happens when I can't leave all my stuff out because A, there are grandbabies, and B, they're trying to move, so it doesn't work to keep everything all out. Get that in here and pop all over bubbles and then move on. In the meantime, I will tell you about my colors. So we're going for kind of a honeycomb look. So we have yellow ochre by Artist Loft. We also have 14 karat gold by Deco Art. Sorry, not Deco Art, Folk Art. Here we go. The brilliant yellow by Artist Loft. And this one is the burnt sienna by Artist Loft with a little bit of the brushed copper by Folk Art mixed in. So that's what we're going for. Get kind of some honeycomb-ish looks going on. You guys really can't see that, I don't think, in the camera, but it's actually kind of cool to watch the bubbles come to the surface and pop. Let me do that. Okay. So then the question is which color to start with on the bottom? The yellow?
Actually, do the ochre first.
Okay, we're going to do the ochre on the bottom. And we're kind of going to do this in the center and blow out all directions as opposed to one of my normal wavy lines. So we're going to do a puddle for this one. Okay, that's the ochre. I'm going to put a little bit of the burnt sienna. Just to add a tiny bit of contrast. I really should put lids right back on those so I don't spill them, but anyway. We don't want to put two metallics right next to each other, so next we're going to do the gold, the yellow, the brilliant yellow. Some gold. This is just not just pretty, guys. It's so pretty. What do you think? Think I should put some more yellow in there? Or no?
Do another layer of
the burnt sienna. You like that color?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How's that?
Yep.
Okay. So we're going to blow this from the center out in all directions because that's the look my lovely daughter wants to have, she thinks. We don't know.
We'll see.
These 8x8s are trials. So just so that you guys see this, you literally, when you get an extra spot in there, just stick your finger in there gently on the top. It acts like an eraser, pulls it right out. There you go. All right. Gather the blow dryer here. So it's really pretty. I like it. You guys can tilt this up for you guys so you can see it. You don't want to tilt it up too much or it'll run off the thing. Okay. Now, what do you think, dear daughter of mine?
I'm thinking no negative space.
So there needs to be either more paint, or I need to see if I can tilt it off so that there's no negative. Alrighty, so we're
I'm okay with like this little bit of white down here on the edge that's just sort of blend in.
But you want it to come out to the edges. Yeah. Alrighty, so let's turn this way so you guys can see this. Let's see if it will tilt. I don't know if I've got enough paint on there to do that. It is moving. Okay, let's go this way with it. Get that off that corner. Now we need to come back over this way. It is moving. I can see it moving.
I'm watching it move. It's going.
That way. This way a little bit more. is, but that's actually good. That means we got just about the right amount of paint on there.
All right.
Okay. Now, should we try to move that back towards the center a little bit?
Sure.
So we're going to go back this way. Just a little. Try to get it. Paint a little bit evened back out. What do you think? Right about there?
Yep.
Okay.
Looks like a lion's mane.
It does.
And I'm okay.
Thank you again for joining me on this journey of artistic discovery.
Okay.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. See you next time.